Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha with Ice Cream Fitness here. I got a message this morning from one of my subscribers, and I thought this question would make a really good video because it's going to be an exception to one of the rules that I normally give you guys. But hold on, let me give you guys a bicep shot first. Alright, let me put my glasses on so I can read this. So Ryan asked, "Hey Jason, I don't know if this is worthy of a video or if it can be answered quickly in a Q&A, but I only have 30 to 35 minutes a day in the gym 5 to 6 days a week. How can I best utilize my time? I know this is not optimal, but rather more for a real life situation. Many people don't have 60 to 90 plus minutes, even just 3 times a week to work out. For example, I'm only able to exercise during my lunch hour as the kids and wife demand, and rightfully so, the rest of my time. Thanks so much, and I'm glad I found your channel and to see you doing well." Okay, Ryan, you have one of those situations that sometimes are unavoidable. You have a career, you've got a wife, you've got children, and you have struggled balancing your time. So while you can't do necessarily what I would consider to be optimal types of training, you can get pretty damn close by breaking some of the rules that I give. In your case, I mean training 6 days a week. For someone in your situation, because you do not have enough time to actually hit what we would call an effective workout in terms of what we know produces proper overload and what the research says of that going over an hour, which is required for optimal gains, you also won't run into some of the same recovery abilities. So what I would personally do in your situation, I would do something like get in the gym, go 6 days a week, and I would run something like an upper lower split alternating every other day 6 days a week. Now, because you don't have a lot of time, you don't have time for fluff, you don't have time for bullshit, you don't have room for cable flies or any of that crap in your routine. You just do not have the time. So I would go straight for efficient, effective compound movement. So what I would do is literally on the lower body days, I would jump in and do something like squats, deadlifts, and then either glute ham raises if you have access, a Romanian deadlift, a good morning, something like that. Maybe one high rep set of calf raises and get out of the gym, and maybe some ab work. And the way I would do that to make the most use of your time to get the most workload density, I would do around 3 heavy sets, maybe even 2 of the main compounds there, down around 5 reps, 6 reps, something like that. You want to get low enough to get a good mix of strength and hypertrophy. I'm assuming that's your goals. You're not shooting for powerlifting specifically, or you're not shooting to be a fitness model, competitive bodybuilder. You just want a well-rounded physique. You want to gain muscle, stay reasonably aesthetic, reasonably fit and strong. So I would stay in that rep range, and then immediately after the last set, I would strip some weight off and do a back off set of something around 10 to 12 reps. And I would take that set almost to failure and do it as an immediate back off set. Meaning you finish that third set of squats, you strip the plates down and you crank out a 10 to 12 rep set, pretty much pushing it to the bleeding edge. And the reason you do that is you don't have a lot of time. So you get in and you get your efficient muscle fiber recruitment with the heavy weight, and then you hit your metabolic fatigue with one back off set so that you're getting mixed training in a short time period. And because you're doing something like squats first, you can jump right into deadlifts, do 1, maybe 2 warm-up sets, and just boom, 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 down the road. So you shouldn't need much warming up after doing that other stuff. And obviously you won't be able to handle as much weight on the deadlift shortly after. So again, you don't need as much warm-up because you just fatigued yourself at that high rep squat. The upper body day, the same sort of thing. I would stick to very, very basic movements. I would stick to things like the bench press, the overhead press, barbell rows, maybe throw in 1 or 2 sets of curls or tricep extensions of some type at the end, and you can superset those so that they don't take any time. And you shouldn't need any warm-up for those because, again, you just pressed and pulled. You would not need warm-ups. So you can jump straight into those and knock out a superset of those and be done with it in 1 minute at the end for your arms. And then maybe whatever your weakest muscle group is, find some other efficient movement to throw in for weak point training, and the same thing, be out of the gym in 30, 35 minutes. And I would do the same sort of reps set up for those. I would do Heavy work, moderately heavy work, down around 5 or 6 reps for 2 to 3 really good sets, and then an immediate back off set for higher reps immediately after that last set, so to make the most use of your time. And that's really what I would do. I think a setup like that for someone in your situation who cannot get the most effective workout in because of the limited time period per session, a setup like that would still give you very, very good growth, not optimal growth per session, but you would be doing them so close that you would keep muscle protein synthesis elevated. And while you might not make optimal gains doing a setup like this, you might be able to get 85 or 90% of what would be optimal gains, which is close enough for most people. All right, that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it has been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.